And you know what? Ah, forget about it. Nah, he's a cool guy. I like Groose now. Used to be an asshole, but now he's a good guy. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" He's so cool like that. I mean, such a bro. Alright, let's go, man. Let's go, Link. Let's fulfill our destiny. Let's go in. Nice boots, by the way. Okay. That looks pretty. It's a bunch of cogs. Okay, I wonder what's on the other side. I'm curious. What's gonna happen? What is this? And is this gonna stay open? Like, can we return to the present? Temple of Hylia. Or Hylia. I really don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, hey there. Impa, what is up?
Hey!
At last, I've been expecting you, Link. You are doubtless overwhelmed. So I will explain things as simply as I can. Thank you very much. That would be great. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Seal Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only... Oh, so Hylia is a goddess. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. All these years, the Hylia or Hylia or whatever you want to call it, lake... I don't know, it just made sense because they lived in Hyrule and there were the Hylians, the people? Okay, now it makes more sense. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise, or the mise, or what. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. Oh, so this is the beginning of the story, I see. Alright. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through... What? Oh, okay. What? Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me we had to go back, like, to the future again. Like, no. It is there that the person you've risked your life and blood to defend waits for you. Oh, Zelda. Okay, before we go and find Zelda, let's look around for things. First of all, let's sit here in this very conveniently placed bench, and it looks like we're on a timeout, standing against the wall, like sitting facing the wall there. But no, we're not. We're actually this continues to be totally useless. And what else? Can't really exit this area, can we? Nope, we can't. Okay. How about over here? Well, we have this door, but I don't suppose we can open it either. We cannot. Alright, fantastic. So we are forced to go see Zelda. Alright, let's do it. Here we are. Let's go through the gate. Or whatever this is. Hey there, Zelda. What is up? You've come so far, Link. I'm glad you made it. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. No, actually, well, just a little bit. We've traveled very far from home to the distant past. In this area, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king, known as Demise or Demise, have not yet healed. I call him Demise or whatever. All the fairy tales about that war were heard growing up in Skyloft. Incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. So wait, you're just throwing us off. I know Ganon is going to be in this story somewhere. Haha, do not try to fool me. I think it's time you learn the whole story. Let me try to explain. Who the hell is this Demise guy? The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They call it the Triforce. Well, I have it. I happen to have it. In his thirst to make the whole world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky. On a slice of earth she cut away from the land. Ah, that is Skyloft, I guess. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Helia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Helia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Helia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. Link is baffled at these developments, at these story developments, like, what the hell is happening here? I don't get this. First, she created Fi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission and be incredibly obnoxious and let him know of the smallest details all the time, even though he didn't really care. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. And that is Zelda, right? She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured out by now, haven't you, Link? You are the chosen hero. Really, I've been called that through the whole game, so I assume that I am. And I, Zelda, am the goddess, reborn as immortal. Holy shit, really? Wow. The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Helia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. Well, we won't allow him to do what he desires. He's an asshole. We'll stop him. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. But then, I will never see you again, Zelda! I must maintain the seal that that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I'm able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. Link, the goddess created Fi and the Great Blade. She's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. Oh, so he's the asshole. Okay. I can't thank you enough for that, Link. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you've found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Ooh, so wait, are we getting the full Triforce? Because she said just a moment ago that no human could, or being could ever hold the complete Triforce. Whatever. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. Alright, okay, well, we're getting more powerful. I'm not opposed to that. That mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend and that within you dwells the sacred power. Or dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Link. Draw your sword. Ah, okay, so now the sword is finally complete. Yeah, I knew there was something missing there. Little handguard thing wasn't open yet. You see this in Wind Waker too. Like, in Wind Waker, he gets this sword and it's not complete and whatever, it doesn't matter. The goddess has blessed your blade and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons and only Link may wield it. Fantastic. Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with the unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. Well, I think I have the unbreakable will. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Okay, somehow I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land, which brings us back to you. To face demise and bring hope back to the land, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That is you, Link. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. So, wait, are you not Zelda now? Like, suddenly, I think you're still the same person, except you have, more memories now. I used you. It was justified. That's fine. I don't mind being used by you, Zelda. You're so cool. Link, I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. Oh, I'm gonna tip some scales here. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep, for thousands of years. Oh, poor Zelda. Link, I can't say it enough. I'm sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. Oh, Zelda! Please don't go, you're so cool. Well, it's true that I am a Hylia reborn. I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still yours, Zelda. When the demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come and wake me up? I promise. I promise. I will, Zelda. You're so cool. I'm definitely coming back for you. And you're definitely like the coolest Zelda in any Zelda game.